Back NC State coming out in the red uniforms today. And the lefty kicks and deals to Devontae Brown. It is low, and we are underway at 1:02. So Virginia Tech steps into this one 20-7, 7-5 in the ACC. Already won the last couple of ACC series now. One against North Carolina last week as Devontae Brown goes yard. First at-bat of the game, and that was an absolute missile. Got out of the ballpark, and the Wolfpack take the lead.
Yeah, good job by Brown to get the offense going for NC State. Weicker misses down on that first pitch. You see the lefty there just put a fastball over the plate trying to get in the zone to get this game started. And Devontae Brown, no doubter, left field. NC State 1-0.
Yeah, Brown has struggled along with a lot of this lineup for NC State, so making a statement in the first at-bat of the game, able to knock that ball over the construction zone where they're building a pitching lab here at Atlantic Union Bank Park. So now it's 1-0. Here's LeJames Groover III, first pitch, and it misses for ball one.
It's so important for NC State to get on the board early. Try to get some momentum on their side. We touched on it in the open. Hokies having their way this weekend. Good start Friday with a big win. Able to get it done again yesterday, win the series. They obviously want the sweep, but Coach Avent looking to salvage one, get a W on the road, and get on back to NC State.
Now, this was an NC State team that was in pretty good form coming into this series against Virginia Tech. A couple of series wins in a row, a sweep against Georgia Tech, who was in the top 25 at the time, and then also went on the road against Clemson after losing the first game, took the final two down in South Carolina. There's Elliott Avent looking on in his 26th season as the head coach.
I think it's going to be important for both of these teams to put up runs today. Expect a lot of arms both ways here in Game 3.
It goes outside. So the first two men reach for NC State. Here comes Tommy White up against this Virginia Tech defense. Another start for Cade Hunter, not getting a break as the catcher for Virginia Tech. And this has been a recognizable lineup for the Hokies. Nick Biddison getting the start out in right field. Gavin Cross making the move from right to center here in 2022. Tommy White, who has captured the national landscape or the national media's attention in college baseball, having a bit of a tough series this weekend. He's 0 for 7 so far. A lot of potential there for the power at 12 home runs. He smacks one into right. First hit of the series for Tommy White. Meanwhile, Groover on his way to third. And the throw is cut off. Ground ball left side, and another run scores.
Well, that ball not hit too hard. Palali, left-handed hitter, pushes it the other way. Strobel shaded towards second base, so big hole 5-6. Good execution there to push it into left field. And like you said, Wolfpack now able to pick up a second run as LeJames Groover III comes in to score from third. And absolutely the start you're looking for in this salvage series opportunity. That's it. Coach John Sheff out of the dugout, and Ryan Okuda, who we have seen on Sunday. Wilbito really liked the matchup with Weicker there to start. Like you said, Okuda's been the guy on Sunday. Unfortunately, NC State comes out aggressive. Leadoff home run from Brown. The walk, back-to-back singles. NC State trying to answer the bell after Hokies having the upper hand the last 2 days, and now Okuda in to try to clean up a little bit of a mess here in the first.
The lefty goes a little too far inside on the shortstop, Josh Hood. The pitch to the redshirt junior goes inside. 3 balls and no strikes.
Okuda struggling to find his spot. Obviously, tough position for him here. He obviously didn't get the start. Not that he wasn't ready. We expected his name to be called, but maybe not in the first inning, 2-0, nobody out, 2 runners on. So Okuda with probably less pitches than he would have liked down in the pen to get ready. And there you see it, a 4-pitch walk to load the bases. Still no outs recorded here in the top of the first. And Hokies have some damage to work out of here to keep this a respectable game as we get going here in Game 3.
Yeah, bases loaded, no outs, still in the first inning for JT Jarrett, the second baseman. And a home run in yesterday's game. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. Virginia Tech with the middle of the infield still hoping for the double play.
Just like that, Graham Firevet in the pen now. Right-hander for the Hokies. Another name that we knew we would hear and we would see today. But if to run the course appropriately, Coach John Sheff and Fecto not expecting to see Okuda and or Firevet so early in this one.
Called a strike on JT Jarrett, so Tommy White at third, Palali at second, and Josh Hood with a walk at first base. Okuda's missed a good amount inside on a couple of these right-handed hitters in a row. One of the seniors for NC State, Coach Avent noted how Jarrett and Devontae Brown have been the big leaders on the returning end for NC State on a relatively new team. 2-1. Well, the weather is a little bit better today, a little bit chilly for my liking, Andrew, but still 50 degrees. Got a little bit of wind. And when I say a little bit, it looks like a lot at 10 miles per hour going out. I don't think we've ever called a game where the wind wasn't blowing out here. And it has helped some Hokies power hitters lift some home runs. We saw a couple sneak out of the ballpark on Friday. And then a couple that didn't need any help from the wind at all. 3-1 is fouled off.
Good job by Okuda to get a strike there. Fell behind 3-1. Obviously finds himself in a tough spot. Bases loaded. But to your point, yeah, we touched on the nastiness of Friday and Saturday. I agree with you. I'd like it a little warmer for an April baseball game, but I'll take this over yesterday and Friday's weather all day long.
Just got a piece of the 3-2 off the end of the bat, so Jarrett will stay in the batter's box. And saw a snow break yesterday. It absolutely coated the field in sort of this Dippin' Dots like snow, which I just learned was called Graupel. That is the technical name for that pellet snow we saw yesterday. So back to baseball here, payoff. Popped up. There's Malinowski. And away. So the Hokies finally get a break here in the first inning. That's the first out.
That's a big one, too. Left-hander Okuda in behind the starter. Weicker, first and second, yields the walk, loads him up. Has to go to work there. Falls behind 3-1. Looks like more trouble. Does a good job to get back in the zone. Gets a second strike, gets a foul ball, and then able to execute again to get one lifted to the right side. Malinowski with the easy first out. Hokies looking for nothing more than a clean ground ball here and a chance for a double play. Get out of this jam. Wolfpack already up 2-0.
Noah Souls, 4 for 8 in this series. We did highlight Palali, but Souls has also been getting it done. Base hit here could try to break open the game a little bit more. 2-0. Inning started off with a home run from Devontae Brown and then RBI single.
See Okuda struggle again, falls behind 2-0. Got to come with a good pitch here, and Souls knows it.
It's outside. There is Ryan Fecto looking on. That's a strike. Souls was ready to go to first base.
Talked a lot about that strike zone this weekend. Very tough one Friday and a tough weather day. Yesterday opened up a little bit. You see there, might have a bit of a larger zone today here as well. That ball's up. Maybe catches the top of the zone. Okuda with a big first strike.
3-1 down the line. Long run for Hurley. And he hit the wall pretty hard and dropped into the bullpen. Lost the hat and the glove.
I was going to say, didn't have a helmet on, Bailey, but he did lose his hat.
Just glad he's okay because he did not give up on that play.
Well, Hurley, a guy with a lot of outfield assists this year, likes to let it fly when he's out there on a catch. So you could tell he wanted a chance there for a catch and throw. Ball's in there at the bullpen, but just runs out of real estate. Good to see that Jack Hurley's okay.
He had a great catch yesterday at the left field wall. Payoff. Popped up. Is it going to be deep enough to score White? Gavin Cross makes the catch. Throw to the plate, skips in late. It's a sacrifice fly for Noah Souls. 3-0 Wolfpack.
That's a really good battle again by Ryan Okuda, the second arm for Tech today, to get back in the zone after falling behind 3-0 and the bases loaded. But Souls gets the job done as well as he goes sac fly to center. Cross didn't really get behind that one. I thought he might come in running a little more. Maybe not really a chance at the plate either. Souls in safely for the third run, but Hokies now looking for that third out and get on the offensive side for the first time today.
So a quick meeting with Hunter and Okuda. Already 3-0. So all of those going towards Henry Weiker's line. Lally waiting by at second. Josh Hood at first. Here comes Peyton Green, who gets the start as the designated hitter today for the Wolfpack. He's been the third baseman the previous two games. Drops low on a breaking pitch.
Well, that second out was enough for Graham Firevad, hard-throwing right-hander for the Hokies, to put the sweatshirt back on and take a break down in the pen. So Okuda's game right now, pretty good damage control, but Peyton Green hoping he can extend this inning, drive something to a gap here.
1-0 to the freshman, creeps inside. Had a tough day at the plate yesterday in the snow. Peyton Green went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Did have a hit in the first game, went 1 for 4. Like we had said, nothing has seemingly gone right for NC State throughout this series. So far today, it has 3-0. Making ball in the turf, kicked out in front.
Okuda's a strike thrower. Ryan Okuda, a guy that's been that third name in the pitching rotation on the weekend. So reliable, a lot of strikes, but finds himself in a different situation here as he comes in relief here in the first as Henry Weiker struggles out the gate. And now Okuda falls behind 3-0 again, really struggling to get in the zone.
Finds it there. The lefty hits the corner. It's now 3-1.
Must have a strategy we don't know about. He's got to get behind 3-0, and then he gets right in there. He's been able to get 2 outs on the last 2 at-bats, but both of those behind in the count. See what we get here, 3-1.
Inside corner, so back-to-back at-bats here where the batter thought they were getting a free base on a walk. Instead, creeping back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 men aboard for the Wolfpack, already leading 3-0. Okuda deals, runners go. Fouled off. NC State trying to avoid the sweep here today. First ever loss in the history of the program. Really a testament to the success the Wolfpack have had, especially under Elliott Avent over the years, where they have never lost in a series to the Hokies. That's a first for Virginia Tech. Another 3-2 coming up. Have to wait.
That's a good idea by Okuda to take a look. Obviously 3-2, he knows they're moving. They were a pitch ago. That's the benefit of staying out of that 3-ball count. But full count, 2 outs. Wolfpack runners going on movement here.
Pick off. At least a pump fake on that. Trying Trying to keep Palali honest at second base. Runners go. Just missed outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded again. So Peyton Green maintaining his patience at home plate.
That's a game within the game. There's John Sheff out. That'd be enough there. I was thinking Firevet sweatshirt comes off, he's going to get loose again. He's not going to get loose. He's going to take the mound here. We're going to see the third arm with just 2 outs recorded.
New pitcher coming in for Virginia Tech. Bases loaded, still in the first inning. Third pitcher in the first inning for Virginia Tech. Graham Firevet, the junior from Virginia Beach, makes an appearance after following Henry Weicker and Ryan Okuda, who got 2 outs. Bases are loaded again. 11th appearance coming up for Firevet. He's 1-0 with a 4.08 ERA. 27 strikeouts and 9 walks. He's been a reliable arm out of the pen for Virginia Tech. It has just not been the Hokies' first inning so far. Just 3-0. Now the 9th batter, it's the freshman Jacob Cozart. The catcher takes a strike 1. Second start of the series for Cozart. Got in on a late scratch to Jacob Godman yesterday. Firevet has not wasted any time. Quickly up in the count, 0-2.
Well, not picking at Ryan Okuda at all, but that's absolutely what you need to do out of the pen. Coming into a bit of a jam. Bases loaded in this case. Firevet's going right after him.
That did not miss by much. A fastball from the righty.
Didn't miss by much, but a really good pitch here. Firevet ahead 0-2, bases loaded. Doesn't want to serve anything up. Bottom of the zone, if anything. Just misses. Still way ahead 1-2.
Good frame job by Hunter there. Got him. So Firevet gets the job done. A big strikeout in the first inning. Top of the first, that is finally over. It's 3-0 NC State. Hokies down 3-0. We're headed to the bottom of the first. Gavin Cross, who has had a great series, trying to keep that going here in game number 3. So far, 6 for 9 against the Wolfpack, and that's back-to-back series in the ACC where Gavin Cross has really started to heat up once again in that Hokies lineup.
Well, absolutely. Gavin Cross and the rest of them are going to have to do it here against the left-hander Kanan Silver, the senior for Coach Avent here in Game 3. Wolfpack scored 3 there in the top of the first, and I can promise you that's not their last 3. So going to be a high-scoring affair here today. Hokies trying to get the sweep, and the Wolfpack trying to salvage.
Kanan Silver gets the start, the 6'2 lefty from Nebo, North Carolina, senior. He's been pretty good this year, where the same thing for Virginia Tech. Coach Elliott Avent said that Sunday's a bit up in the air as to who we throw out there. He had nothing but nice things to say about Kanan Silver. So trying to salvage a game against Virginia Tech after the Hokies won the first one 21-10, and then yesterday held NC State to just 2 runs, won that one 8-2.
Well, I'll give you an idea how long the top half of the first lasted, Bailey. Silver threw a second mini pen down in the bullpen.
Wow.
Before he came out to start this one.
Now the Wolfpack the Wolfpack batted 9 batters. Firevet came in, got the job done there at the end. This is an NC State team that came in very hot, and the Hokies were able to stifle that momentum. Nick Biddison leading off for Virginia Tech once again. Lots of guys in this Hokies lineup have had a solid performance at the plate against the Wolfpack. Edison, one of them, 4 for 7, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs scored against NC State in the first 2 games. A fastball there. Edison, a stalwart in that leadoff role for the Hokies. And 2-1 is fouled off. Biddison, another guy that can get it done with the power as well. So far this year for Biddison, 4 home runs, 17 RBIs. You hop down the lineup, you see there's 3 Virginia Tech batters with 10 homers. And Biddison just waves at that one. An opening strikeout for Kanan Silver. NC State changing up the defense just a bit. Tommy White gets the start at third base today, as opposed to being the DH in the first 2 games. Him and Peyton Green switch, but other than that, pretty much the same thing you've seen out of the Wolfpack, with Jacob Cozart making another start as catcher. Gavin Cross trying to keep up his solid performance.
See if you get a bunt look here from Gavin Cross with the defense. Tommy White, third baseman, playing way off the bag and way deep. Shift on otherwise, the other 3 in the infield.
Cross got under it. Palali drifted on him just a tad, 2 outs.
Well, instead, Cross tries to put one in play there, drive it deep. Palali, like you said, had to stay with it. Flags blowing heavy, but we've seen Cross there. Hokies obviously trying to get something going after the 3 spot for NC State. Might see him lay something down. Instead, quick 2 outs here for Kanan Silver.
Comes Tanner Schobel. That's called a strike. Breaks a bit low, but now 0-1 for the sophomore from Williamsburg, Virginia. Stands in at 365. Pop that one up. Cozart didn't run out of real estate. Great inning for NC State after putting up 3 in the top half of the first. 1, 2, 3 bottom half. Eddie homering. Coming right outside of Atlanta, Georgia. He was looking for home run number 2 with a hefty swing against Fireved.
Yes, he was. Big swing there, 0-1. Fireved way ahead. Did a good job to come in, shut down that last half, trying to get off to a good start here, top 2.
Places a fastball a bit low. So it'll be Brown, Groover, and Tommy White. Hokies could be at a bit of a disadvantage here. Obviously down 3-0, but also with the third arm out of the pen. Options are a bit limited. Elisa and Hunter. Oof. Collision made. That one right out of the mid of Hunter. And the miscommunication there ends up with what should have been an out. It'll stay at 1-2.
Let's take another look at that one. Hunter showed a little frustration towards his first baseman. Couldn't hear from here who was calling it, both going forward, and clearly just a collision. He's got it in the mid, Hunter does, coming out from behind the plate, but Elisa kind of takes him out, and Hunter slow moving. Not what you want to see if you're Virginia Tech. Going to take a little moment here to move around.
And the collision not helpful at all for Tech's primary catcher, who very much does not get very many breaks. You see Garrick Ebel every once in a while. I saw him at the end of the game on Friday where it got out of reach. John Sheff's already out of the dugout. A guy that he has already called the MVP of Virginia Tech. Sophomore from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, has reached in 26 straight games, homered twice 2 nights ago.
Yeah, not the start that Virginia Tech's looking for. Obviously, NC State swinging it well, pitching troubles in the first, and then there. Got to have communication there. Probably an easier catch for Elisa, in my opinion, coming that way. He's got a little bit further to go, but Hunter's got to get rid of the mask, get to the spot. Both of them obviously there in time, but unfortunately there at the same time. And Brown's back in the box for another chance.
That skips away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. On the ground, Malinowski. One away. So the Hokies get bailed out on that ground ball there. Elliot Avent looking on. He's in his 26th season as the head coach of his alma mater. We saw there at that third line of his resume, 2021 USA Baseball Collegiate National Team Manager. He and Gavin Cross linked up on that national team this summer, where Gavin Cross built that resume for himself to be a big prospect this year. We saw they met up right before the game on Friday, got to talk.
Yeah, good exchange there between Coach Avent, 26th year at NC State. He's done such an incredible job. And then obviously top prospect for the Hokies and Gavin Cross holding down center field. A lot of respect between those two.
Fireved trying to keep the Hokies going here. Gavin Cross 0 for 1 today, got under a ball early. As Groover fouls it off. NC State made it all the way to Omaha last year for the second time in program history. Did it again in 2013. Had a spectacular run there at the end of the season. Swing, foul ball. Now, taught Coach Avent and the team that sent them to Omaha in 2021. It was just about how hot you are at the end of the season, how you finish the end of the season, because that was an NC State team that, like he had said, didn't start out the way he wanted it to. It's a fair ball. Collision there. He is safe at first, and Groover seems to be a bit slow to get up.
I think he's okay. Looked like just kind of an awkward fall. Hopefully, yeah, he's moving around now. But Halisa, part of all the collisions here in the top half of the second. Good job by DeMartini. Just out of the glove, Halisa on the jump, and looks like Halisa maybe extended the leg. Not intentional, but as he jumped and it caught Groover there, left side, maybe across his hand, enough to wipe him out there as he gets through the bag.
Well, it does count as a hit. Pretty tough play for DeMartini.
Number 47, Tommy White.
Comes Tommy White. He's 1 for 1. He scored a run back in the first inning. Pops up the first pitch. Hunter trying to find it. And it lands just outside of the backstop. And I say just outside, it must have been inches off.
Literally appeared to come down on the concrete wall there, just on the other side of the net. And through the first couple rows down there, everyone's laughing. Appears to be okay.
Let's see. Did it land on her phone?
Right at those water bottles.
Ooh.
And then up.
There's a strike, though. No balls and 2 strikes.
I'll tell you one thing. Tommy White hasn't had the weekend he would like, but he is not getting cheated on his swings at the plate. He's looking 5-0 right here if he can connect.
And under that as well. Could not connect. Malinowski makes the catch.
Oh, big league fly there. Straight up the chute. Malinowski, good job to stay with that one. Obviously keeps Groover the third down at first base, and Fireved a chance to get out of here with no damage. Keep this a 3-run ball game.
Dominic Palali, 1 for 1 with an RBI single so far in this one. And the Charlotte transfer watches that blaze in for a strike. Fireved seems to be in a decent groove right now, trying to keep it going. Lifted in the air to right. Biddison let it drop in. Long throw to third, cut off. A bit odd there. Biddison must have thought there was a chance to overcharge it because he was just going to play it off the hop. It dropped in just about 5 to 6 feet in front of him.
Yeah, it didn't appear to get a good jump off the bat. That one there, you lay out for it. You don't get it. It's 4-0. Palali standing on third. Biddison plays it safe, keeps it in front, but allows NC State first and third here and 2 outs and a big opportunity for Josh Hood.
Hood walked in the first inning. Hokies walked 3 batters in that first inning between Weicker and Okuda before Fireved came in and got the final out. the ground. Stab made by Schobel is going to be a tough play. Did not get him. Halisa wants to be a... On the ground, Groover beats him to the bag. 4 up, 4 down for Virginia Tech.
Well, it's so important for Kanan Silver as well. NC State doesn't put up anything in the second, but gets some momentum in the first. He has a great shutdown bottom half of the first, and then you just mentioned Hurley, so good on the offensive side for Virginia Tech. That's a huge first out. Keep the momentum on his side and try to keep these bats quiet that have been so good the last 2 days for Virginia Tech.
Arno Malinowski got a couple of triples in this series. He popped that one up. JT Jarrett, 2 outs. Not a great start for Virginia Tech at all.
It's not, but it is a great start for NC State. You see 13 pitches, 5 outs recorded for Silver.
John Sheff, 5th season as the head coach of Virginia Tech. Now with over 100 wins, and the Hokies, with that 20-7 record, it's one of the quickest program starts all time to get to 20 wins. So the Hokies trying to maintain that success. They had a moment last year, it's very similar, taking down North Carolina for the first time in a series in the history of the program. The Hokies tapered off. Cade Hunter, check swing roller. 6 up, 6 down for the Hokies. We're through 2.
On this one here against the Wolfpack. A lot of baseball left, but a good start for NC State. Not so much for Virginia Tech, and they're going to try to get back in this one, trailing early.
I said the cellar of the ACC as opposed to the basement. So whatever. I guess the ACC is a pretty nice house if it has a cellar in it. Firebat still in. Fouled off. JT Jarrett popped up his last time back in the first inning. It is the 6, 7, 8 due up for the Wolfpack. Elliott Avent. That was a frustrating beginning to the series for NC State in a couple of facets. DeMartini makes the catch. Pop out for Jarrett.
Yeah, really good job by the third baseman. That's a tougher play. We've seen some interesting ones in foul territory already in this game, but DeMartini finds the dugout, finds the railing there, make sure he doesn't end up down the steps, and then a good job to locate the ball and secure that one for out number 1.
The Wolfpack trying to solidify a win against Virginia Tech after that first night. 21-10. Hokies got the win behind 7 home runs. Noah Souls part of a pretty frustrating sequence where Virginia Tech sparked that offensive firepower. Malinowski hit a ball down the right field line, and Souls lost it in that windy, rainy sky. It dropped in, and Malinowski legged out a triple. And what ended up being such a big win for the Hokies, a frustrating night for NC State. Elliott Avent was ejected. Logan Adams suspended for a few games after throwing high and tight in on Tanner Schobel. So a win here on Sunday would at least give the Wolfpack something to be relatively excited about moving back to Raleigh. Got him. High fastball, Fireback. His second strikeout of the day.
Yeah, salvaging a series would have new meaning here for NC State. It's been a tough weekend for them. We talked about the weather. We talked about the very exciting game Friday night. You should take another look there. Firevet just goes up the ladder and Souls unable to lay off. But Firevet settling in. Predominantly a fastball guy, going to keep pounding the zone, make NC State beat him with that as he gets in there with another strike. But keep an eye on his pitch count as well. Firevet a reliever. For those that weren't with us from the beginning, this is the third arm today. This is not the starter for Virginia Tech. And so I imagine he's probably got every bit of 70 pitches, but we've seen a couple guys go 100 plus this weekend. That's not a Graham Firevet pitch count as a reliever. Not that he's not capable. Certainly a Bulldog, goes out there and competes for Virginia Tech. But in that reliever role, you should see a few less pitches before he's done today.
Now those two starters for the Hokies both went 7 innings. Griffin Green 7, Hackenberg yesterday with 7 innings through a snow delay. 1-2, got him. The first 3 up, 3 down inning for the Virginia Tech defense. Bottom of the third coming up. Wolfpack up 3-0. Beautiful afternoon for some baseball in Blacksburg. NC State with 5 hits, scoring 3 runs on 3 pitchers in the first inning. Virginia Tech trying to get a hit here in the bottom of the third. Kanan Silver has been pretty strong this year. That's a very decent strikeout to walk ratio, Andrew. That's good enough for first in the conference.
Well, really good numbers right there. You take a look at his stats, and in this one here, 6 up, 6 down against an offense that's been so powerful the last 2 days. So Silver hoping to maintain that as he sees 7, 8, 9 here in Hardigan, Belisa, and DeMartini.
DH transfer from JMU. Set to lead off, hit a home run on Friday. That one's down the line. Souls can't catch up to it, bounces into the patio area. Hardigan, the only Virginia Tech home run hitter that didn't hit multiple home runs on Friday. It was 2 home run games out of Cross, Hunter, and Carson DeMartini. Hardigan got it started off with a 3-run bomb. Inside corner. So Kanan Silver working quickly as expected after retiring the first 6 Hokies batters. There's a hit for the Hokies. Hardigan finds some space in right center.
Well, hit for the Hokies, but the first one on the day there in the 7th spot. Good job by Connor Hardigan. Way behind in that count, 0-2. Left-hander Silver does a good job to work ahead. Hardigan drives it to the right side. Easy single, gives Elisa a chance here. Hokies trying to get some base runners on, move them over, get them in for the first time here in Game 3.
Well, Nick Elisa sports a .230 batting average. It's NC State this weekend. He is 2 for 3. Pickoff. This is the first base runner that Kanan Silver's had to deal with so far today.
Yeah, seeing Silver from the stretch for the first time. Really, really short lead for Hardigan at first, but checks on him twice here.
Takes outside. And Hardigan only with 2 stolen bases this year on 3 attempts. You're right, Andrew. He is not far off of the bag at all.
Well, you got a lefty in Silver. Recorded the first 6. Hardigan the first base runner. Hokies probably want to see that move. I don't think we saw his best in either attempts here with Hardigan over there, but he is pretty short at first base with that lead.
Lisa shows bunt. Foul ball. So Virginia Tech, another series win. A couple of ACC series wins against Pittsburgh, North Carolina. Now NC State took 1 game out of 1 played against Notre Dame a few weeks ago as well. Got a big series next week against Miami. A pretty short week as well. Playing Liberty on Tuesday, a team that has been successful this year, playing in the Atlantic Sun, and has given the Hokies tough games in the past. And then Miami starting out on a Thursday. Got him. So the lefty fan, Salisa, a second strikeout for Kanan Silver.
Like you said, lefty there. That just runs up and in. Elisa knows with 2 strikes, he's got to get it in play. But swinging through instead. Big first out as DeMartini steps in for the first time today in the 9 spot. Turn it back over to Nick Biddison from here in the top of the lineup for Virginia Tech.
DeMartini trying to send the first pitch on a ride. It'll stay in the ballpark for Devontae Brown. Back to the top of the lineup for Virginia Tech and Nick Biddison.
Number 24, Nick Biddison.
The right fielder struck out. See NC State's game coming up against UNC Wilmington. Be on Tuesday, back in Raleigh. And the Hokies playing on ESPN Plus against Liberty. Back to the top of the lineup for Virginia Tech. Down 3-0. Hokies have not trailed this series. Cut and miss there. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was a theme I was just going to touch on. Kind of a new spot for the Hokies in some time now. As they trail early, they seem to be a little over-aggressive first time through the lineup. Pressing a little bit. Chasing 3 here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Hardigan takes off, but it won't matter. Another strikeout for... It's been a scoreless outing for the relievers so far. You do get into a tough situation because Firehead not slotted as a starter. Already at 40 pitches. It is a bit of a ticking appearance for Firehead. How long do you let him stay in? But deals a walk there.
Yeah, not typical for him. I appreciate Coach Avon's feedback. He touched on the 3-run first and was very happy with that in his ball club. Not to beat them up at all, but he was mindful they also left 3 runners on. So left an opportunity there to really extend even more. He touched on the power of Virginia Tech and how successful they've been offensively. So surprised to see all the zeros following that 3, to be honest with you, in the top half of the first for both of these clubs. But the game's kind of settled in. Give some credit to Firehead. And then on the other side, lefty Kanan Silver, as I mentioned, 14 pitches to get 6 outs in the first 2.
Wow.
You couldn't ask for anything more if you're NC State here in Game 3 as you try to salvage the series.
He's only given up 1 hit so far. That was to Hardigan. Devontae Brown watches a fastball fly inside.
And he touched on Firehead as well as he starts this one with the walk, and we do see the next arm in the pen for Virginia Tech. Kieran Higgins getting loose. Last we saw him was for the final out against Marshall in the midweek game here leading into this weekend series. And now you're going to get a quick visit from Coach Ryan Fecto. Is very uncharacteristic of Graham Firehead, struggling here in the top half of the 4th to find in the zone, falls behind 2-1.
Higgins, Division II transfer, started out at Coastal Carolina, then went to Shippensburg. And you mentioned him pitching against Marshall. It wasn't a laborious outing for Higgins. I believe he only threw 3 pitches.
He sure did. 3 pitches, strikeout, game over. So did what he was asked there, and could be a tall task for him here today as well. As, again, Firehead, 44 pitches now. You see the 14 balls, 30 strikes, but a reliever by nature, and not going to see him run out there 80, 90, 100 pitches. And Virginia Tech, given that 3-spot to NC State in the first, they've got to keep it right there to stay competitive in this ballgame.
2-2 for Devontae Brown. Hit his 7th home run of the season to begin the game. That hit him. I believe it did. Brown may have gotten out of the way. It does advance a runner. From the sound of it, it sounded like it must have nicked Brown. No, he got out of the way. Oh, my goodness. Not by much.
Missed him, and I think what you heard was Cade Hunter's glove just off the top. I was with you. I thought he got hit as well. And if he did, he might have been selling it that he didn't. After the home run, he said, hey, I want to swing.
Fouls it off. That was a fastball that got right to the backstop in a hurry. Might be the final couple of batters for Fireved. Cozart is at second base now. All four. Back-to-back walks. Bring up Gino Groover. We'll see if Chef stays in the dugout for Virginia Tech. Maybe give Higgins a little bit more time to warm up in the bullpen.
Higgins just seemed to be getting off the rubber, so not many pitches. Going to need a few more down there. See if you get a time call from Hunter, maybe a visit to the mound. You'll see that sometimes to get a guy loose down there. Fireved 48 pitches.
Fastball to come back into the zone for Fireved. Groover's 1 for 1. Scored a run back in the first inning. Drove in on an RBI single from Dominic Palali.
Good job by Cade Hunter here. That ball forward to Brown was in the turf, able to keep it in front. Doesn't allow Cozart to advance out at second, and then that one there buried as well from Fireved. Hunter keeps it right there at the plate.
Listen on that fastball, the control starting to lose its calibration here in the fourth inning for Fireved, who's been in since the first. Started off this with a couple of walks. Three and one.
Yeah, 3-1. Fireved trying to get back in there. You see the radios in motion down to the bullpen to see if Higgins is ready. He's just flipping the ball in the air, so he must be ready to go. But what a tough spot. Fireved unable to get an out here or get a ball in play. Higgins is looking at bases loaded, nobody out.
And that's what it will be. On the ground, Schobel, second. A 6-4-3 double play, but a run does score. Well, Virginia Tech ready to surrender a run. That is exactly what the Hokies wanted there.
Great execution. Good job by Higgins. Pitching backwards a little bit, meaning no fastball there. Tommy White, big swing, has to try to slow his bat down on that first off-speed pitch from Higgins. And then a good job there to let his defense work. Like you said, run scores. Devontae Brown over from second to third, but two huge outs there. Just a one spot so far for NC State here in the fourth.
Palali 2 for 2 today. The fielder watches it right down the middle. So Higgins at his third school. You can see there in 2020 and 2021, he was at Shippensburg. Division II school. Started out at Coastal Carolina. Actually played with Anthony Simonelli, who was a starter for Virginia Tech last year. And he began his college career at Coastal Carolina as well.
Anthony Simonelli, he was a lot of fun to watch. Talk about a bulldog. That guy went out and gave you his all every time. A lot of energy on the mound.
Simonelli in the Royals organization. Ready to make his professional debut. All in 2 strikes. Inside, bounces away. Now it's 5-0. Devontae Brown trickles in. Another NC State run has scored. If you're the Wolfpack, you're wondering where this has been the entire rest of the series.
Yeah, tough shake there. Cade Hunter commented on him earlier. So good behind the plate. Coach Sheff in the interview early in this week talked about him being the MVP for this Virginia Tech team. And they're just unable to hang on to that one from Higgins. Ball 2 evens up 2-2 and yields that 5th run.
Strikeout though for
family tree. You're the young buck behind some pretty good accolades. Is that more of a pressure point for you and got to live up to those expectations, or has it been good to kind of follow in the brothers' footsteps and all their success? Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, yeah, so It's a lot. I mean, it does put pressure on you. I mean, I feel it. But at the same time, they also provide me a blueprint to be able to go out here and do what I'm doing right now, like just to be successful and just to not worry about stuff and trust who you are. So it's just like in both ways, there's a negative and a positive to everything. But, you know, it's more positive than it is negative with that. So, but no, I wouldn't give away my brothers for anything. They've been everything for me. So.
Well put, Drew. Thanks for joining us here today, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Tanner Schobel fouls it off. Groover finds it. 2 outs. Hokies have had only one base runner, Connor Hardigan, to lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning. Kanan Silver is still on the bump for NC State. It has been very tough for Virginia Tech. Jack Hurley, 26-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 1 today. Counted out hard to Groover. So Silver trying to spoil that party for Jack Hurley. Breaking ball down the heart of the plate.
Well, the highlight's not there for the Hokies in this Game 3, but I tell you, that gentleman we just spoke to is a highlight. He was really good yesterday. He's been really good all season long, and you can tell he's very humble. He touched on his brothers and the success the family's had, him following in those footsteps. Well, he's been so good this season, and just a freshman. Going to give the Hokies some quality innings for a long time here in Blacksburg and in his career in the ACC.
Fouls it back. Yeah, his brothers Christian Brandon and Adam Christian. He's a great quarterback at Penn State. His brother Brandon played soccer at Penn State and selected during the first round of the MLS draft by Orlando City. Early once again on the ground. He's going to reach. So we'll see how they score that. That should likely come up as an error, as Groover did bobble it.
Well, and that might be the break Virginia Tech needed. 2 outs in this inning. Hurley there. Looks like a 3 unassisted. Maybe the flip there to Silver to record the out, but instead the bobble. Hurley reaches safely. Hokies looking for that break. You mentioned just the 1 hit on the day from Hardigan. Looked like another quick inning for Silver.
Malinowski fouls it off. It is scored as an error. NC State has struggled coming into this series. All of those errors, Andrew, and that can take away some wins in the very tough ACC for the Wolfpack if that is a trend that does continue.
As the Wolfpack push on into this season, that's obviously a sore spot for Coach Avent. We talked so much this weekend about how young this club is, so many transfers, so many freshmen. Not the makeup from a year ago when they did make that run to Omaha, but if they want to be successful and continue to be a player here in the ACC, they're going to have to clean up those errors. See if the Hokies can take advantage of it here. But Silver's still just a pitch away. 2 outs already, bottom 4, from getting out of this one and getting us to the middle part of this game.
Got some carry on it for Souls. He made the catch. Noah Souls finds himself into the patio. Ending the 4th inning with a bang. Kanan Silver, all smiles, and Noah Souls making a huge catch for the Wolfpack. Get another look at this, Andrew. Wow.
Great catch indeed. Little flip there. Good landing, and certainly hangs on to that one.
Up 5-0. It's all Wolfpack. Road to Omaha coming up here in the next couple of months. NC State trying to get back to Omaha, Nebraska after their championship run was spoiled last year due to the coronavirus. All those teams in the top 25 in the ACC. Virginia Tech already has 2 of 3 against NC State, but it's been all Wolfpack today after a 3-run first inning and 2 more in the 4th for the Wolfpack. Kieran Higgins, the 4th arm for Virginia Tech today. stop Josh Hood, even in the count 1-1.
Well, you mentioned 2 of 3 against this Wolfpack team. They and the Tar Heels there at the bottom part of that top 25. Hokies able to take 2 of 3 against the Tar Heels a week ago in Chapel Hill. Mentioned a lot of firsts.
That's laced right in. Malinowski.
Good job by Malinowski to corral that one. That ball's hit on a line off the bat of Hood. But first series win against NC State. First at Chapel Hill last weekend. Another look there. Good liner. Almost gets over the glove of Malinowski, but good concentration to bring that one in for out number 1.
And back-to-back years for Virginia Tech to beat North Carolina in a series. This ball high and in on J.T. Jarrett, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of pop-ups today. First ever series win against NC State, clinched yesterday in that 8-2 win. Tanner Schobel homered a couple of times. The Hokies only have 1 hit so far in this game. That was from Connor Hardigan. Jack Hurley reached on an error. That's the only 2 base runners that lefty Kanan Silver has allowed. Way under that one. Hurley back. Not enough drift to it for a home run for J.T. Jarrett. No, 2 outs.
Well, good job by Higgins so far. Comes in last inning. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Does concede the run, but does a great job in his first batter. And Tommy White gets the 6-4-3 double play and then wraps up with the strikeout against Palali. Here gets the line out to second and a fly ball to Hurley for 2 quick ones in the 5th.
A breaking ball inside on Noah Souls, who just made that fantastic catch. A foul ball hit by Malinowski. Tumbled into the patio area on the right field line. Base hit for Souls. He's 1 for 2 today with an RBI.
The designated hitter, number 8, Peyton Green.
Souls has put together a couple of series in a row where he has seen the ball well against Clemson. Got his batting average up 100 points. Strike from Higgins. Peyton Green, the DH today, is 0 for 1 with a walk. He was struck out by Fireved, one of 3 strikeouts by the reliever for Virginia Tech, who goes 2 1/3 in this one. It was 2 hits, but also had 3 walks. All to start out that 4th inning. Higgins came in right there in the 4th, forced Tommy White to ground into a double play. That brought in a run and struck out Dominic Palali. Runner goes. Ball's in 2 strikes.
Oh, great jump there for Souls. You can see him turning at second. Man, I had that one stolen. Obviously, Peyton Green's got to offer it a quality pitch there from Higgins, but Souls had that one stolen on Higgins. A little bit more deliberate to the plate than some. A little bit slower with the leg kick, and chance here for Souls to run again, but now Peyton Green behind 0-2.
Lifted in the air to left. Hurley raced up for just a moment and makes the catch. So the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Souls left at first base. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Hokies trying to come back. Kanan Silver, the starter for NC State, a shove so far for the Wolfpack. Virginia Tech has not had an answer. Hokies only have 1 hit against him, Andrew.
He's been very good. Left-hander hitting the zone. Pitch counts down. Hokies maybe a little frustrated after such a good offensive production the last 2 days. See the 6 fly balls, 3 groundouts, 3 strikeouts, spreading it around. Just the 1 hit to Connor Hardigan pushed it to right field a couple innings ago.
Cade Hunter grounded out to short on a check swing roller back in the 2nd inning. Silver back into the strike zone there.
But Coach Avent, you heard him. Silver is savvy, veteran guy for them. Same thing they needed from Willitson yesterday.
The grounder to short. One away.
There's another ground ball for him. Good job, Josh Hood. Easy one over to the James Gruber, the third at first. And here's the one-hit guy here. Hardigan back to the plate for his second appearance and second opportunity to get on base to try to get something going for the home team. Bottom 5 here, chasing 5, plenty of baseball, but Hokies wanting to cut away at this deficit just a little bit, make this one more competitive, get the fans going.
And we noticed in the first 2 games, everything had gone right for Virginia Tech, and almost seemingly everything had gone wrong for NC State. And it seems incredibly clear that that has shifted here on Sunday so far. Lots of baseball, like you said, left to be played, but Kanan Silver has done a great job as the starter for the Wolfpack. And when we talked to Coach Avent a couple days ago, and we asked, what's your rotation going to be? He knew it was going to be Whitaker as well as Willitson yesterday. And he didn't know what was going to happen Sunday. So far, Silver has been a great answer.
Well, he has, and you see another quick one there. Rolls over, Hardigan does, to the left side. Tommy White in at third base for the first time this weekend instead of the DH role. And an easy 5-3 putout. So 6-3, 5-3, and now we're going to get a pinch hitter and Lucas Donnellan, the right-handed hitter, in for Nick Halisa in the 8th spot.
Halisa struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning, one of 3 strikeouts for Kanan Silver. Oh, Donlin looking down at third base for a call from Kurt Elbin. That's ball.
You and I talked a little bit about that as well, though. If there was any silver lining and everything going Virginia Tech's way for the visiting Wolfpack, that was not really running their best arms out of the pen out. Obviously, a kind of a lopsided victory for Virginia Tech on Friday. Stayed pretty close yesterday. Hokies able to pull away late, but so many arms that NC State has relied on all year were still left in that pen as we come into Game 3, and I think that gave a little bit of advantage to NC State coming into this one, and then obviously the struggles for the pitching staff on the Tech side to start this one. 3 arms in that first inning, able to get 3 runs on the board for NC State.
That's the first walk of the afternoon for Kanan Silver. Carson DiMartini comes up. He made his way onto the Sports Center top 10 last night. Carson DiMartini, look at this stolen bag. The first one since last year for Virginia Tech of home since a game against Toledo. And what a big spark that was in the snow for the Hokies. And they had a party in the dugout after that heads-up play made by the freshman.
Take a look at the weather day today. Blue skies, a little bit of sun. Fans enjoying this one. Could you imagine that was just yesterday? DiMartini stealing home in the snow.
And then off the end of the bat there. And it's April. That's the thing. It's April. It was 70 degrees a few days ago, I'm pretty sure. Had the shorts out. We're out walking the dog. I walked my dog here the other day and had to bring water because I knew she was going to be hot. Well, yesterday it snowed off and on again 3 or 4 times, I believe. I mean, we're in spring, right? There's the spring game next week.
Kevin DiDomenico was on that call with me yesterday. He wouldn't give me the summer, but he says we got every other season in about a 3-hour span. He said, I can't go summer, but we could argue fall. We certainly had winter.
Yeah.
And then late in that game, it seemed to be trying to push for some spring. Again, got some blue sky, a little bit of sunshine.
Well, there was one point where it snowed again for, I think, the second time of the game, and the umpires were ready to stop the ball game, and everybody was like, there's just 6 outs left. We can adjust to this.
I think safety was definitely an issue yesterday. To your point, game winding down at that point as we got some snow again, but certainly do want to keep these players in mind. It was coming down pretty good from here. It looked like it could be challenging to see out there.
That's inside. Our arms, they're just people up and moving in the NC State bullpen. No one has really started to warm up yet as Biddison squeaks through a base hit. Here comes Donlin around third, and the Hokies are on the board.
Well, great job by Biddison. Great job by Donlin. Donlin off the bench, earns the walk with 2 quick outs from Silver. Otherwise, able to move up on the hit by pitch to DeMartini, and then Biddison there swinging early and often, gets a first pitch strike. Second pitch there, turns it around up the middle. Donlin in to score. Hokies on the board.
Gavin Cross 0 for 2. And to break that here, he grounded out on a bunt back in the 4th inning. First pitch strike.
I was off 1 at bat. I was looking for the bunt from Cross in the 1st inning, try to get something going for the Hokies after NC State got 3, didn't get it, popped out to left field. We will not be seeing the bunt attempt here.
Popped up, down the line. Tommy White is there, but the Hokies do 9-1-2 due up against Kieran Higgins. Cozart. He's a fastball come in for a strike. Freshman and Cozart sends it deep to center field. That one is gone. First home run of his college career. Jacob Cozart drills a homer to dead center off of the senior. It's 6-1 NC State.
Well, and that had to feel good for him to get his first one there. Good swing, good approach. You saw Cross on a dead sprint to the wall there to see if he had an opportunity, but that ball's hit really well to the deepest part of the park, and Cozart gets that run right back that the Hokies were able to capture in the bottom of the 5th. So 5-run lead again for NC State, 6-1 here, top 5. Top 6.
On the top of the 6th and the top of the 1st, Devontae Brown went yard in left field. He is up now. 1 for 2 today. He scored twice. He was walked back in the 4th inning. All Wolfpack today, up by 5. Juxtaposing with the great performances for Virginia Tech against the starting pitching of NC State on Friday and Saturday, 21-10. On Friday, got him looking there. Higgins fights back after the home run with a strikeout.
That's a really good answer from Higgins to get back in there and get Brown on strikes. As you take a look at that. Home run. Deep to center, but then there, just a good looking strike 3 for Higgins to answer, get that first out recorded. And we talked about, you and I did, if we might see Silver come back. I think so, as we see a ton of spectators down in the NC State bullpen. Nobody really doing much otherwise, but also there as well for them to get that run back. I would say that solidifies him to continue to go for NC State and try to minimize the bullpen effort as they regain that 5-run lead.
The Hokies, conversely, have not been able to minimize the bullpen effort. Higgins is the 4th pitcher for Virginia Tech, and there is an arm warming up in the pen for the Hokies after 3 pitchers saw action in the 1st inning. Hoover pops it up. Donlin racing. Hunter couldn't find it at all. And the woes on those pop-up foul balls continue for Virginia Tech.
That's a tough one there. That one pretty much straight up. Ended maybe 8-10 feet off the plate. You see DeMartini and Halisa giving chase. Gosh, even closer than that. Almost in the left-handed batter's box. But tough one there for Cade Hunter to pick up. Another opportunity here for Groover III.
Two-one. That's a foul ball.
Foul ball right down there in the bullpen for Virginia Tech where we see the 5th arm. And Gieber getting loose.
So Gieber going to get up and ready. Could be another righty for the Hokies. All three.
Ball three, but good miss there. Tried to get Groover to chase. He almost committed, able to hold up, keep the hands back. And we'll go full count here.
Groover awaits. It's ball four. Another walk. So Tommy White has had a tough season, or excuse me, a tough series offensively after having a good season offensively moving into this. Will stand in, and he will face a new Virginia Tech pitcher. Looks like it's going to be Gieber for Virginia Tech. Coming in against Tommy White. That is a 5-run lead for the Wolfpack as Kieran Higgins' day is over. Still on the top of the 6th in Blacksburg. Jordan Gieber stands on the mound. He is the 5th Virginia Tech pitcher today. Senior option out of Severn, Maryland will square off against Tommy White here. The Hokies down 5. It is 6-1. All NC State today. 7.5 ERA across 6 innings. As Virginia Tech starting to exhaust its options here, Andrew. And with how that first inning went, you knew it was going to be tough sledding for Virginia Tech for the rest of the day. And to add to that, the Hokies haven't been able to get anything going except for that RBI single against Nick Biddison, or for Nick Biddison in the bottom of the 5th inning against Kanan Silver.
Well, yeah, that looked like that might give the Hokies an opportunity, chip away, get back in it. But good answer from NC State. They get that run right back with a leadoff home run. Jacob Cozart, the freshman, in the 9 spot, going right center. And here's Tommy White back in the box, who finally got going a little bit today with the single in the first.
Pounds that into the turf. DeMartini on target. And a tough series continues for Tommy White. Does move Groover over to second, though. Now 2 outs.
That could be a productive out. Tommy White hoping to do something more with that again. I've enjoyed watching him swing. He doesn't take it lightly there at the plate. That's why he's been so successful. We talked to Coach Avent before this series, and I think a lot of people wanted to find him as a power hitter. He said, that's not really my opinion. I feel like Tommy White's a really good hitter who can hit for power. Struggled this weekend, got going a little bit early, but rolls over one there, and a good play by DeMartini.
Doesn't miss much there, or by much, against Palali, who's 2 for 3 today. We highlighted him at the beginning of the game. Home run, a triple yesterday, home run on Friday. Got 2 singles today and has driven in a run. Big cut, trying to pull it down the line. 1 ball and a strike. In the 6th inning, Virginia Tech has already taken the first 2 games of this series. Hokies team now with 20 wins. NC State came into this weekend number 21, trying to salvage a win. There's another ripper out to right field. Good hop for Biddison. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Great weekend offensively continues for Palati.
To keep it right there. Gets way ahead 0-2. Does have 2 outs here in the inning. Nobody moving down in the bullpen, so his game for now for sure.
Josh Hood trying to keep this good inning going for NC State. Pops it up. Donlin and Hunter. Donlin calls for it, and the first baseman doesn't make it look easy, but makes the catch, and the side is retired. NC State able to plate a couple of runs there in that 6th inning, but Jacob Cozart leading it off well for the Wolfpack, his first college home run ever. And now the Wolfpack are up 7-1 here on the Sunday. Actually able to see the moon today, as opposed to pellets of snow pounding us on the neck here at Atlantic Union Bank Park. 7-1 NC State leads.
You had a name for that. It was not pellets of snow.
It was grauple.
Come on, get technical
Which
on me.
I think that Dippin' Dot Snow is a way more fun name. They should adopt that in the meteorology dictionary. Tanner Schobel leading off for Virginia Tech. Hokies only with 2 hits so far, 1 run to show for it. Schobel's 0 for 2 on a couple of pop-ups. Kanan Silver has done a great job for the Wolfpack today, trying to bounce back with a win against the Hokies. They're losing the first 2 games. And big deficits.
Yeah, great job is an understatement. I was so high on Willitson yesterday. The right-hander did such a good job to keep the Wolfpack in that one. Again, Hokies able to extend late, but they really relied on the right-hander after a tough Friday night. We have not given Kanan Silver enough credit. Left-hander has been dominant today. 2 hits for Virginia Tech, Hardigan and Biddison. Otherwise, bats that have been so good this year have been very quiet here today in Game 3.
Down the line, he was way early on that. Got the distance, but it will be foul. He did have the distance yesterday a couple of times for Tanner Schobel, and he just swings so hard, Andrew. This is a shortstop that has consistently produced for the Hokies offensively, and we saw today defensively since he came in as a freshman last year. Swing in the turf, throw from Kozart in time. So now 0 for 3.
Well, 0 for 3 and first out of the inning. Silver continues to be really good. Obviously, Schobel hit that one a long way, but foul, so nothing but a strike. But a lot at stake here in this at-bat. Talk about Jack Hurley, 3 unassisted in the second. Was able to reach on the error over at first the second time.
Yeah, Hurley trying to preserve his hit streak. It's at 26 right now. It's the largest hit streak for Virginia Tech in the ACC era of this program. Trying to drop, and that is foul. Not by much.
Coach Albin wanted a second look there. Took a peek back at home plate umpire Kevin Sweeney. That was really close to the line. I do think it was foul, but way closer than I think many would have thought off the bat of Hurley.
Get another look here. It was a long run for Palali. Yeah, that's a foul ball.
Foul ball.
So ball and a strike as Hurley tries to keep that hit streak going. On the midseason watch list for the Golden Spikes Award. A little late there on the fastball. Got on with an error back in the 4th. He's pulled the ball a couple of times on Silver over to Groover. Groover wasn't able to handle it the second time.
It's a good fight there from Hurley. Obviously not a pitch he can drive, but knows with 2 strikes. Got to get it out of there. Pulls it down the first baseline. I didn't know if Kanan Silver was going to reach 70 pitches today, but that was his 72nd on the day. So here in the bottom of the 6th, 1 out recorded. Keep an eye on the bullpen for NC State as well. See that quick pitch approach there. That was interesting. No leg kick at all. Quick to the plate. You can see Silver's been trying to play with the timing of these Virginia Tech hitters all day. Some high leg kicks and kind of a hesitation holding on to it. That there was a slide step into the plate in a hurry.
Sky high left center. Brown finds it, and there's the second out. So now Hurley is 0 for 3. Warner Malinowski also hitless today, 0 for 2. Hokies have gotten under a few of these pitches from Kanan Silver. Just 2 hits on the day from Hardigan and Biddison. Malinowski with that loud pop out his last time, where Noah Souls traveled over the wall and into the first base patio out in right field. Cut. Silver almost at 80 pitches Here in the 6th inning, you had said earlier, there's a lot of pedestrians in the bullpen. There's nobody really warming up. I guess I should say spectators. A few of them are walking as well. I'll say pedestrians is still.
Kane and Silver fans.
Yes.
That's what's down there. Keep doing it, buddy. Cheering you on from the right field corner. Exactly what NC State needed today. Quality start. They've gotten that from the left-hander. 3 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the sixth.
Another 3 up, 3 down inning. 5 strikeouts on the day for Silver. We are through 6. Wolfpack enjoying a 7-1 lead off of 8 hits for the
roll, but kind of a long relief type opportunity. That's not long relief. You don't want that coming in the first. That is a sign of things going well for the visiting team, in this case NC State. But he did a good job. I think Okuda had to come in bases loaded once Firevet was used, and I apologize, I said first, but he also inherited bases loaded. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Higgins inherited bases loaded following Firevet.
JT Jarrett is looking for his 2nd home run of the series, just comes up a few feet short. Noah Souls up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today, but the big highlight for him, how about that catch he made on a fly down the right field line into foul territory from Eduardo Malinowski? He never gave up on it, made the big catch.
Big catch and big contact, so really impressive. He caught it, but then to hold on to it as well as he went over the wall there, and a great play. It's kind of the day NC State's having, a day that they needed things to go their way. They've had it so far.
Jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the 1st inning, scored 2 in the 4th, and then 2 more in the 6th inning. Noah Souls has an RBI on a sacrifice. Hit it to center field. Sophomore out of Thomasville, North Carolina. Drafted by the Diamondbacks in the 19th round out of high school. And Coach Avent talked about the fact that more guys want to play college baseball now. Get drafted in the 19th round a few years ago. That's a guy that's likely going to try it out in the minors. The ground ball scorched to Donlin. 2 outs.
Well, good job by Gieber. Good job by Donlin. 2 outs here. Fly ball left field. 3 unassisted. Donlin in for Nick Alisa, who started over at first. Hokies hanging around. Obviously just 1 to show for in the 5th. NC State would like to get a couple more. Coach Avent talked about how good this offense is in Virginia Tech. Kanan Silver doesn't want to hear about it. He's done an incredible job today through 6 strong innings. I do see a lefty throwing out in the pen right now. Expect to see Silver return in the bottom half of the 7th.
Peel down to Steve Sanders at first, said he did go around. So Peyton Green quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes against Jordan Gieber. Gieber tries to work a 1-2-3 inning. NC State hasn't been retired 1-2-3 since the 3rd. Ball, 2 strikes. Another liner and another base hit. Peyton Green finds his first here on a Sunday.
Well, good job by Peyton Green to extend the inning. You just touched on it. They hadn't gone 1-2-3 since the 3rd.
So able to bring Cozart to the plate, who had a great approach last at bat. Big fly over the center field wall.
Pickoff Yeah, Cozart, that was his first home run of his college career, the freshman. Sending it out to a very deep end to center field. He's gotten some burn in the 3 games of this series. Runner taken off. This will be to center field as well, but right at Gavin.
Unfortunately for them, as the Hokies won big Friday and able to pull away yesterday. So for that, they've got some arms available to them today here in Game 3 as they try to hang on to this win.
Cade Hunter out to left field, got some drift on it, and Palali makes the grab. Oh, the left fielder, one.
He does not.
He does not have it. That's a home run. Oh, my goodness. Everyone was fooled, including myself, partner, and Cade Hunter trying to get back into this one. That's his 11th home run of the year.
Yeah, just continued to carry. I thought maybe a catch as well. I thought I saw the baseball on this side of the wall and under the yellow line there at the top. As you saw Palali collide, that ball just keeps drifting and drifting. Palali gets turned around a couple times, and I was looking for it rolling around here in the outfield, but that goes just over the top of the wall. Palali makes contact. Hokies with the run here in the bottom of the
Well,
seventh.
it just disappeared so quickly, and how Palali reacted, that looked like it went into his glove. And for Cade Hunter, home run. He got all the way to third before the ball, or anybody told him that that was a home run.
Yeah, I think he was confused as well, kind of looking at Coach Elbin down at third as he came that way. Home run out. Where's the ball, Coach?
See, they got to add some seats out there or something so people can celebrate and tell us what's going on. Or at least maybe during the week the construction crew can tell us. Connor Hardigan. That's called a strike. Got a hit today. So now 7-2, Virginia Tech down 5. For Cade Hunter, has reached base in every game he's played in this year. So look at the bullpen arms. Villeman, one of them. The top options out of the bullpen. Silver coming into today, very strong, and he showed that.
Yeah, haven't seen Lawson, haven't seen Kelly. Obviously, Villeman on now. Silver with the start. Saw Baker Nelson yesterday. So starting to see those names that have been so good for NC State. They need 9 more here to hold on to this one. Hokies cut it back to 5 off the bat of Cade Hunter.
Hardigan fouls it off. It's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And it almost took about 2 innings for Caden Silver to reach 10 pitches, it looked like. That's ball 4. So the Hokies, first 2 men able to reach here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A little bit of belief starting to arise in that dugout for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Hokies are going to try to stay in this one. Like you said, lead off able to get on, doesn't stay on long all the way around with the home run. And then there, the walk for Hardigan.
There's Lucas Donlin. That's ball called a strike. Fastball at 92. Donlin down the line. Will that drop in? No.
Yeah, you can kind of hear that off the bat. Not hit real well, but definitely going to find a gap if it gets down right there inside the line. Instead pulls to the left side and close to that bullpen rolling into the corner. Would have been extra bases, I think, there for Donlin. Instead, 2 strikes, and Villeman still looking for the first out here in this inning.
It's Hardigan with a small lead at first base. Donlin staying alive.
Almost a good play down there, but the hands are full.
He's got 2 drinks, it looks like. No, something else. They had a birthday party over there yesterday.
That's a cold birthday party.
Yeah, very cold for a 5-year-old, no less. Groover down the ball. So a break for NC State here in the 7th inning.
Good job by Groover to stay with that one. We got a good look right down that first baseline. Looks like that was going to get over the screen, but Wynn pushed it back, stayed in play. First baseman comes up with it. Big first out as Villeman gave up that home run and then the walk. Now a pitch away, maybe a ground ball double play for NC State. Hokies, of course, looking to extend as they're back here at the bottom, and Carson DeMartini and a chance to turn it over.
Now, DeMartini got hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. So DeMartini able to homer a couple of times on Friday. The freshman from Virginia Beach hitting the Hokies off on the right foot offensively. That one just seemed to keep on drifting. And then this a little bit more confidently hit right to center field from the freshman who has turned together a great season so far for the Hokies, and now in a battle here trying to keep this game alive so the Hokies have a chance at sweeping NC State for the first time ever. Foul. He's off for ball 1.
A good miss there from Villeman. DeMartini seeing it pretty well. The left-hander out of the pen's been pounding the zone, but a good chance to waste one there. Still way ahead, 1-2.
Outside, 2-2. So the inning started off with a home run from Cade Hunter, his 11th of the season. That actually puts him now in the lead in Virginia Tech's home run battle. DeMartini won't get a home run there, but a base hit will do. Bobbled by Brown on a scoop. Throw back to second. Kind of whipped the ball up into the air and caught Hardigan off. Either way, Virginia Tech with 2 men aboard here with 1 out.
Well, Hokies trying to claw back into this one. That's a really good at bat from Carson DeMartini. That one's just hammered back up the middle on a line. Like you said, a little bit of a bobble there from Devontae Brown. But Hardigan knows you're chasing 5. Play it safe. Don't want to make it out. At third base, top of the lineup here, and Biddison cross on deck, of course.
First pitch to Biddison, scrapes in the turf. Just 1 out so far on a pop out from Lucas Donlin. Chris Villeman struggling just a tad bit here. He's given up 2 hits already as well as a walk. This be another one for Groover to find. And he does. Now to Gavin Cross. These guys played together on the USA Collegiate National Team. Coach Elliot Avent, one of the coaches in charge of that. So now facing off as foes here in a big spot for the Hokies. Rip to right field, staying in the ballpark. Souls is there. So NC State, despite a rocky start, only gives up 1 home run, or 1 run on the homer from Cade Hunter. We head to the 8th, still 7-2. Not an easy couple of games coming up for Virginia Tech. At Liberty on Tuesday, and then 3 games at home against Miami. And the Hurricanes are on their way currently to sweeping UVA down in Coral Gables. Big stretch for Virginia Tech, trying to build up a resume to get to the NCAA regionals for the first time since 2013. Top of the lineup here, big cut for Devontae Brown against Jordan Gieber. Gieber, the fifth pitcher for Virginia Tech today. Came in for Kieran Higgins after he threw 2 1/3. Brown got the game started off with a home run against Henry Weicker. Another strikeout for Devontae Brown, his second of the ball game, and the 8th starts off well for the Hokies.
Well, give the bullpen credit. We've seen a lot of arms for Virginia Tech, but they've really done a pretty good job trying to keep the Hokies in this one. You see here, Gieber, good pitch. Brown just swinging through for that first out. Keeps it down in the zone. You said the Wolfpack have 7 runs. After the production we saw offensively from Virginia Tech Friday and Saturday, you'd say Virginia Tech sweeps the series. So bats just haven't really been able to get going, but after a rocky start on the mound for Virginia Tech, these arms collectively have done a good job to keep the home team in this one.
Groover has reached in each of his plate appearances today. That's his second hit after being walked 3 times, now 2 for 2.
It's not a bad day for the first baseman.
No, not at all. Came into this weekend leading NC State in average. That'll certainly help. He came into today at 373. Comes Tommy White. 1 for 4 today. Scored a run in the first inning when NC State jumped up to a 3-0 lead. Pickoff almost sails too high from Gieber. A strike.
Tommy White chasing that freshman home run record. 1 more to tie at NC State. Pretty respectable. I believe he only hit 5 in his senior year of high school.
Groover took off. Throw. Got it. That was a great play by Cade Hunter. Groover was beat by about 1.5 steps.
Well, you can appreciate that. Groover trying to advance on Gieber, get into scoring position. Still less than 2 outs, but instead, Cade Hunter on the money. Good pitch to throw on. Malinowski, good job to catch and apply the tag. 2 away here, top 8.
So Tommy White with nobody trying to knock home now. 1 ball and make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Pops it up. Hunter looking for it. It drops right in. Foul territory there in the second row.
I had a abnormally large amount of baseballs falling right there in that section today.
Yeah.
One scary moment, got off that concrete and shot up through the first couple rows. That one there right in the second row.
I think it hit the lady's phone that's sitting on the concrete. Maybe it didn't because she's still keeping it there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Comes the payoff.
Awkward. Awkward.
So staying at a full count here. Gieber trying to work a scoreless 8th. Virginia Tech down 5. High fly ball to right center, and Tommy White rejoins that home run conversation in the ACC with a blast there, his 13th of the season.
That's what Tommy White's been looking for all weekend. Again, he's not getting cheated at the plate with his hacks. Have had a frustrating time. Struggled in game 1 and 2, but got going with a single in the first here today, and then that one just hit really hard, right center, in the 8th run on the day for the Wolfpack.
Well, that ties a freshman home run record in NC State program history with Pat Bailey, who's currently in the Giants organization, and he hit that ball really, really well, Andrew. That had no chance of being snagged by Cross. 451 feet.
It's pretty good distance. Deepest part is 400 here.
And you got to give it to Tommy White there. That was a good at-bat. I mean, got the count all the way to 3-2 on a couple of foul balls. Now 8-2. Palali fouls it off. Ball and 2 strikes. He's reached 3 times on 3 singles today.
Home run's enough for another arm for Virginia Tech to start tossing. Brady Kirtner.
Obviously, Hokies have 4 more outs to get here in this one. See White talking about that swing. Man, I've been trying to get that all weekend, but it feels good to finally put it out there.
That's down the line and foul. Lally trying to go back-to-back with his teammate. Yeah, Tommy White came into this series only 2nd in the ACC in home runs hit. He was behind Zach Geloff of UVA. Cavaliers likely going to drop in the rankings after this weekend, losing to a very tough Miami team. And this is more the NC State team here today that we expected throughout this series. John Sheff said they're one of the best teams in the conference coming in. And Virginia Tech just pounded the pitching on Friday and did a good job with it yesterday. Wolfpack have really came back here today. And there's another hit, the 12th of the day for NC State. As Palali looks to stretch it to 2. He gets in there. Stand up, 2 up, 2 out double.
Palali, a decent weekend. We hit on him all the way back at the beginning of this one, able to get a home run of his own, triple yesterday to try to get his team back in it. Obviously wasn't enough in that Game 2 loss, but drives another one there to right center, and enough to get that extra base out at second. Going to be the end of the day for Gieber as Coach Sheff is out of the pen, and they'll be looking to turn it over to Brady Kirtner.
So Kirtner going to come in for Virginia Tech. Gieber's day is done. 8-2, NC State leads. Fresh. First pitch to Josh Hood. Bends in for a strike.
That's a good curveball there. Good pitch from Kirtner. Strike 1.
One is laced foul. A good piece of contact on there for Hood, who's 0 for 3 today.
Yeah, Hood saw the first one. Kirtner tried to come back, spin a second one, but timed it well. Just a little out in front. Foul down into the left field corner.
Been a tough series for Josh Hood, now 1 for 11. Base hit can make it 9-2. Kirtner takes a break. Oh, 2 to the shortstop. Got him. Pitch is in the turf, and the throw to first is on target. But Tommy White with a solo shot makes it 8-2, his 13th home run of the year. And boy, it was a long one. Coming back for the bottom of the 8th. Series finale, NC State up in this one 8-2. Hokies have had 6 pitchers used today. A really great start for Kanan Silver of NC State, showing why they're the number 21 team in the country. Silver, 6 innings, just 2 hits, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts. Tommy White with a big home run in the last half inning. It's Tanner Schobel to lead it off against Chris Villeman, who's only the second arm used today for the Wolfpack. Did give up a home run to Cade Hunter.
Villeman with good stuff. See fastball there, low 90s. Like you said, Hunter able to get the best of him. Pushed one the other way, left side. Just got over the wall. But you talked about him and Gavin Cross for the Hokies being able to spend some time together on that national team this summer. So obviously Villeman a promising arm for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, Villeman, his last outing against Clemson went an inning and a third, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts. Schobel tries to showcase some more pull power. Yeah, I'm glad that kiddo laid it right at the last second.
That was scary.
Yep. And that was the guy, I believe that's the same kid on Friday. And might have Jack Hurley trying to preserve his hit streak. Right now standing at 26 games. He is 0 for 3. Fouls off the first pitch. Hurley with 10 home runs this year himself. Reached on an error back in the 4th inning. And a strike. And quickly down 0-2. So the Hokies, 67 home runs coming into this game. Got into second a few nights ago with 7 home runs. That surpassed Georgetown. Villeman has just thrown straight strikes to Hurley.
Well, it's the benefit of a 5-run lead, able to come right after him.
Ball 1. Staying alive at 1-2. A long hit streak at 26 games. In jeopardy now. Think of the 8th inning. Might not get another chance. Right up the middle. He's played perfectly there. Hood on to first, and Jack Hurley now 0 for 4. It's just a well-placed shortstop in Josh Hood, because otherwise that ball is going right up the middle if the infielders are playing in the orthodox positioning, but he was right there.
Yep, shift works well there for the Wolfpack. Hood over the bag, Hurley up the middle otherwise, but 6-3 put out. Good answer there from Villeman to get back in after Schobel goes big fly to get that first out. So Hokies now with 5 left here in this game, and NC State looking to answer the call. Hokies take the series, but NC State looking to take a game 3.
Malinowski watches outside. He's 0 for 3 today. Couple of triples in the series for Eduardo Malinowski. Had 3 hits against NC State in both games coming into today. Hitless against the Wolfpack here in the series finale. Virginia Tech with just 5 hits overall, 2 of them homers. Staying alive. '40th pitch from Villeman. He victimizes Malinowski for his 2nd strikeout of the afternoon.
Yeah, Malinowski, tough day as well there at the plate. That ball outer half, and he's just unable to hold up, swinging through. Great spot there from the left-hander Villeman.
Ball that drifted and kept drifting. Palali jumped up, thought he had made the catch, but just got over the fence. It sounded like it hit the umpire, Kevin Sweeney.
Yeah, directly off the umpire, I'm afraid. No, just a nick off the glove of Cozart behind the plate, but then that one there off the right arm does not feel good.
So 3-1 for Hunter. Chopper to first. Tough hop, and Hunter is safe.
Couple tough plays for Groover over there at first today. That one just ate him up a little bit. That ball hit hard off the bat of Cade Hunter in second hop. You see Groover kind of go to a slide position there, trying to pull it off the turf, but instead bounces away. Hunter able to reach safely.
So it is a single for Hunter. He's now reached in back-to-back at bats. Hokies down 5, trying to string something together here with 2 outs in the 8th. Hardigan takes a big cut at that first pitch from Villeman. It's called a strike as well. No balls, 2 strikes. Villeman gave up a home run to start out the bottom of the 8th. Now a strike away from getting out with just 1 run allowed here. Trying to frame up the fastball, did not work.
Yeah, Villeman was just there outer half for the second strike. Hardigan didn't like the call. Left-hander lived there, trying to get another one. Instead, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
2-2. So Hardigan was one of 2 hits against Silver. The starter who is slotted for the win today. So the JMU transfer staying in. Villeman's ready, taking a look over at Hunter. Swing and a miss. So 6 pitchers today for Virginia Tech. Freshman arm. A breaking ball that flies just a bit outside there. It is the 6-7-8 up for NC State. Lost the first 2 games of this series, 21-10 and then 8-2.
You had NC State's got BC coming up. Hokies, obviously, Miami here. Miami look like they'll be coming off a really good weekend against the Hoos.
Schobel, quick throw. Donlin can't make the scoop. See where that ball bounced. I think Jarrett wants to say it went into the dugout, so I'll get another look at this. Couldn't tell from our angle up here. Yeah, if he gets that off of the hop, that is an out all the way. And it does go out of play on the ruling, so I believe they'll score that as a hit and then advances on the error.
Coach Sheff's going to ask about that ruling. All the umpires talking about it now.
I have the entire crew, so let's see here. Home plate, Kevin Sweeney. First base, Steve Sanders. A.J. Listaglio at second. Matthew Schaefer coming over from third base. Now A.J. Listaglio. Try to confirm this with John Sheff. Staglio had said, I'm only talking to one guy.
Gonna send him back to first, whatever it is he told Coach Sheff, but Jarrett's retreating to first base after he had initially moved over to second on the throw that got away from Donlin. Coach Sheff says, hey, this is my field. I know these rules. But I'm not sure what that dialogue was to move him back to first base. Brings Coach Avent out of the dugout. Also brings Sheff back out of the dugout and a move to the bullpen. Looks like Hokies are going to go to a left-hander here.
Well, every coach is out on the field right now, seemingly. Let's get another look at this. We'll see. We got a look here. It goes through the netting. I don't think that was supposed to happen. So they bring him back to first, and a new pitcher is coming in for Virginia Tech. We'll let you know who it is after we come back. Actually, looks like Umberger for the Hokies. 8-3 NC State. Grant Umberger, the sophomore from Chester Springs, Pennsylvania, comes onto the mound for Virginia Tech. He's just pitched 1 inning so far this year. Gave up a hit, 2 runs, both of them earned with 2 walks and a strikeout. Hokies have had to use that entire bullpen today, or what's left of it, after starting out with Weicker, then Okuda, Fireved, Higgins, Gieber, Kurtner, and now Umberger.
That's a mouthful there.
Yeah, it was a lot. That was a lot of syllables. Add 3 more syllables to the mound here in Umberger. There's a strike. And outside for Noah Souls, the right fielder. 1 for 3 today. Does have a run driven in on a sacrifice. DeMartini playing up at third in case of the bunt. Now steps back. That's going to drop in. Could be extra bases for Noah Souls. On his way to third, Jarrett. It's a double for Souls.
Well, we talked about Souls earlier. Was so good in the Clemson series. Got his average up. Very successful for NC State. Got the bat on the ball there. Drove it into the corner early. A long way to go to get it back in. And then the infield in here now for Virginia Tech. Obviously chasing 5 with 3 outs remaining. Still no outs here in the top of the 9th for NC State, and already have 2 in scoring position.
So the Hokies are going to check on that runner and Jarrett at third. Peyton Green, 1 for 3, has a single. First pitch is fouled back.
Well, Peyton Green's got one job. Get the ball to the outfield. Even in the air, first out, be a sac fly. NC State pick up their 9th run here in this game.
Ball to strike. Two men in scoring position for NC State. Started off so well for them today. 3-0 back in the first. Lefty fires in a strike. Ryan Metz warming up in the bullpen for Virginia Tech in case Umberger can't finish the job here. He'll be the 7th pitcher for the Hokies. Excuse me, he would be the 8th. Got him looking.
That was a strike.
So Peyton Green goes down with a backwards K. Umberger gets a much-needed strikeout, and the infield backs up for a moment for the Hokies. He'll stay in.
Let's take a look. Green didn't like the pitch. Looked like a decent pitch there from Umberger for strike 3 and out number 1.
Cozart has gotten the ball to the outfield a few times today. A home run and then flew out to center field. That ended the top of the 7th. Infield still in. DeMartini trying to find it. Lands on the dugout. Look how excited he is. Please, just don't let him turn that ball in.
I don't like bacon.
No, what's he going to do?
Ball.
Ball and a strike. Cozart, a few at-bats ago, hit his first home run. See, look, he earned that. Off of the bounce. It's not easy. You're fighting off 17 other children that are willing to kick you in the face for a foul ball. Hits away from Hunter. Here comes Jarrett, 9-3.
Yeah, just a tough one there for Cade Hunter. He's had a couple tough ones, a few that have gotten by. Second one today that NC State's been able to score on. Obviously, Hokies not able to offer any more runs as they were already chasing 5. Now 6, 9-3 here in the top of the 9th. And at the same time, had Souls able to move over to 3rd. So Cozart still with an opportunity to drive in another one.
Down the line in right field. That's a fair ball. Skips to the wall. Souls scores. Jacob Cozart, have a day. A home run and now a double.
Yeah, able to reach 3 times. Home run, that double, a walk back in the 4th. Good day for the catcher. He just turns on that one, so both runs scoring anyway.
Number 3,
After the ball is able to get to the backstop, but Cozart puts a good swing on that one. NC State, again, take a look at the board. They strike first to answer the 2 losses Friday and Saturday. And within this game, every time the Hokies have put anything on the board, they have answered.
Vontae Brown, he led off the game with a home run. Since then, hitless. He struck out 2 times in a row. That home run set the tone on a long fly ball out to left field against Henry Weicker. Just the second pitch of the game. Called a strike. Scored again in the 4th after being walked. That was an inning that started off with Graham Fireved walking the first 3 batters. Well, still a series win for Virginia Tech, and unless something miraculous happens here for the Hokies in the bottom of the 9th, this has really not been a good game for Virginia Tech. You saw a couple of innings where there were some defensive miscues. So foul ball. Donlin finds it again. There's the second out. But it did get off to such a tough start there in that first inning. Henry Weicker making his first career start for the Hokies. Gave up a home run and then a few walks as well as a couple singles.
James Gruber, the 3rd.
Or gave up 1 walk. Ryan Okuda came in and walked 2. And that was putting Okuda into a tough spot as well because Ryan Okuda, usually a starter on a Sunday, didn't get that much time to warm up in the bullpen. Gruber's 2 for 2 today. So in the inning, JT Jarrett scores on a wild pitch, it has been deemed. Noah Souls, after doubling, he gets doubled home by Jacob Cozart. Lead there for the freshman. Trying to solidify his starting spot. 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. Umberger already with 20 pitches here out of the pen. Trying desperately to get this third out. Hokies now chasing 7 in the bottom of the 9th. Plenty of fans hanging around for a miracle. See if they can load them up, see what happens. But Umberger here with a walk, now first and second, and Tommy White's going to get another opportunity in this ball game. Wonder if that's going to be a move to Ryan Metz, Coach Chef, out of his seat over in the dugout. So I think we're going to go from the left-hander Umberger to the right-hander Ryan Metz here with 2 outs in the top of the 9th.
Another pitching change. The 8th pitcher coming in for Virginia Tech. It'll be Metz up against Tommy White. Ryan Metz, the 8th pitcher for Virginia Tech today, down in a 10-3 ball game. Came in for Umberger. 1.93 ERA, no wins, no losses. Just trying to finish out this 9th inning. Hokies out away from trying to be able to send it to the bottom of the 9th for some late game heroics. There are 2 men aboard for NC State. Groover at first and Cozart at second base.
Well, Hokies looking at 8-9-1 in that bottom half. Like you said, heroics indeed. You're going to have to load them up and beyond. But right now, Metz trying to keep it a 7-run game. 14 hits now for the Wolfpack today. Kind of the coming out party we expected. They struggled in game 1 and game 2. Hokies were so good offensively, but tides have turned here in the finale. Hokies just those 6 hits. 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. But you got to respect the Wolfpack. I've had an answer every time the Hokies have been able to get a run across. They've answered in the next half inning themselves, including here 2. Still have 2 runners on, and Tommy White at the plate, who in his last at bat was able to tie that home run record for for NC State freshman.
Hits it sharply on the ground there. A race to the bag. DeMartini has to die. But here today, it has been all Wolfpack since the jump, since literally the second pitch of the game where Devontae Brown went yard. Donlin pops up. Groover makes the catch.
Well, exactly what you drew up if you're Coach Avent. Villeman in for his 3rd inning of work, and 1 pitch, 1 out. No one Hokies getting anything going, get the crowd behind him here. Good job by Groover, at least his 3rd one today in foul territory down there at first base. Stay with that one for a big first out. NC State looking like they're going to hang on to game 3 here. And like you said, going back to the opening, Hokies, all Hokies, game 1, game 2. But Coach Avent has to tell his club nothing they can do about those 2, have to focus on today. And they've done just that, able to salvage a series, looking like they're moving towards a win here in Blacksburg and get back home and get ready for Wilmington on Tuesday.
Time called. These NC State pitchers, we've even seen this since Friday. They love the quick pace. They can really enjoy it here up by 7. So today, Virginia Tech 3 for 9 with leadoff batters, but look at that, runners on and then runners in scoring position. It's not like NC State is doing a spectacular job in that category either. You think back that home run to start off the game against Weicker, and the first 5 batters reached for NC State without an out. DeMartini goes down swinging. So the Wolfpack a game away from salvaging at least 1. Just outside at 90 from the lefty.
62 pitches in relief. Pretty good day for Villeman.
Up down the line. Looking for it. Souls unable to make a spectacular grab that time as it rolls out of here.
Hokies down to their last strike. Hats off to the lefties for NC State. It's been the Silver Villeman combo today. Only 2 arms needed to quiet the bats of Virginia Tech. Been so good all weekend, but just 6 hits here in game 3.
Bedison flies once again foul. Bit late on the fastball. And Bedison takes a big cut and a miss to end the ball game. NC State, after losing the first 2